I have the solution to your biggest solar problem, and that is your portable power stations. All of them seem to be stuck at a 60 volt limit. And up until now, that has been an incredibly difficult limit to work with when it comes to connecting solar. But today I'm fixing that issue for you once and for all with these solar panels. They are 275 watt bifacial high amperage solar panels from Callsun. They designed these specifically to work with the 60 volt limit on your portable power stations. And here's the best news. You're going to pay a fraction of a cost for these panels and get significantly longer life out of them than getting an OEM branded solar panel that is specific to your power station. I use this term lightly, but these panels are a game changer for anyone with portable power stations. Check this out, you guys. 480 watts of solar power coming in right now off those panels. We are just a few tens of watts away from their maximum output on a 105-degree day. Can you believe that? Let's get these solar panels unboxed. Something that doesn't get enough attention is the fact that Callsun can ship large glass solar panels like this just with standard Amazon delivery and get the panels to your house without being shattered. Of course, there's no guarantees that they won't break, but you can see they've got foam here on the back side of the panel protecting it. Obviously, more foam on the other back side of the second panel. And then they've got these really cool little dividers made out of foam. And you might be able to see between the two faces of the panel, there's even another layer of foam. Not to mention some, thick, heavy-duty cardboard as well. I'm a huge fan of this form factor. I love the skinny, long orientation. These are the 275 watt models. So you can see their dimensions right here in both millimeters and inches. And weight is really not that bad. Just under 30 pounds. The STC, or the rated power output, 275 watts. Our VMP is rated at 21.29 volts. Our IMP, this one's really hard to see, 12.92 amps. VOC, 25.26 volts. And our short circuit current, or ISC, is 13.69 amps. It is an N-type cell, and they do appear to be half-cut cells, and there are 16 bus bars running through them. And I am so stoked, you guys, because these new 275 watt panels look like a grown-up version of, hands down, the best solar panel I've ever tested on the channel. This is from Callsun as well, and it is available to purchase as we speak. However, this is just a 200 watt panel. These are 275 watt panels. This panel frequently outputs its rated capacity, or in some cases, actually produces more power than it's rated for, especially when there's cold and snow on the ground and the bifacial gain really gets going on them. I'll leave a link to my full review video of these in the description, as well as when I tested them on the snow. But I'm seeing a lot of exciting similarities with these new panels versus the best one that I've tested so far. For example, notice that there is this nice bus bar across the top to half the panel, and then another half here, and then the panel is broken right there horizontally, and then it repeats down here on the bottom. So basically you've got 4 individual sections of this panel split in half there, and that makes this panel actually very shade tolerant. And you can see similarities. Look at that. The panel is split here in the middle. We've got our bus bars coming across half the panel. So I think literally these panels are just grown-up versions of that one. In fact, if I overlay the 200 watt panel on the 275 watt panel, you'll see that it's actually identical in width. The only difference is the height. On the back side of these panels, there is no glass covering the cells. There's just a coating of some kind, which is very common, and that's contributing to how lightweight these panels are for being, glass-fronted panels. Sometimes you will see a sheet of glass on the backside. In fact, that's what they have on their 450 watt panels, but obviously that adds a considerable amount of weight. This coating is not as durable as glass would be, but remember, this is on the back side of the panel, and in theory, it's not going to be seeing, giant hailstones or anything landing on it like the front will. Okay, got them set up. They're connected in series. I have my multimeter connected here, and check that sweet amount of voltage out. This is VOC, 51.1 volts. Isn't that fantastic? Something I really like about these solar panels is the fact that they actually let some light through between the cells. So these could even get better bifacial gain than other panels because they actually let some light pass through them, hit the reflective surface, and then, you know, potentially reflect back, which is very cool. Beautiful cloudless day. However, we're pushing 105 degrees today. Can you believe that? That is nuts for where I live. So these panels are very hot, but let's see what kind of performance we're getting out of them. Oh, look at that, you guys. 478 watts. That is impressive for these panels on this hot of a day. And you can see we're not even to noon yet. We're just crossing almost to 11 o'clock. So you may actually get slightly more performance out of these as the sun gets higher. Obviously, it's going to get hotter as well, so that may affect the performance all further. But to be getting only like 75 watts below rated capacity on these on a day this hot, that is incredibly impressive and goes to show just how awesome Callsun panels are. And think of the possibilities here for just a second, you guys. This Elite 300 can accept up to 1200 watts of solar. And now all of a sudden that's super easy with 6 of these panels. Just do 3 strings of 2 panels in parallel. So 2, 4, 6. And then parallel those 3 strings together. And you would easily max out the solar input on a power station like this that's rated for 1200 watts. The little sibling to these panels, which was the best solar panel I've ever tested on the channel, when it had snow on the ground, it was actually producing more than its rated output. But here in about, 6 or 7 months, I should have snow again on the ground. So comment yes, snow test, if you guys are interested in seeing me do the same thing with these panels. And we'll test our VOC when it's cold and we've got crazy bifacial gain with snow on the ground. And we'll see what kind of power output we're getting at that point in time on a bright, sunny winter day. Let's do partial shade testing on these panels. So 443 watts, 442 watts right now without any shade whatsoever. So now I have put a little piece of artificial shade on that top half of that panel, but notice that I'm above that split right there. So even with that top part of the panel block, look at that, we're still inputting 265 watts. And that right there is the power of their anti-shading technology with these split solar panels. Because watch this. I'm now going to pull this down so that we're past that split. So now we're going to affect both halves of that solar panel. And wow, what a difference. Look at that. We've gone all the way down to 57. So that wiped out like over 200 watts worth of power just by affecting below that split there. And so it's really cool technology because these panels are essentially 2 panels in one functioning independently of each other, so they are far less affected by partial shading on one end or the other. So remember, these solar panels also have these bus bars that split the top and the bottom halves in quarters. So what I've done over here is I'm just covering up 1/4 of the panel, so this entire other quarter is open and available to get its power down to this main bus bar across the middle. And you can see that has improved the power output substantially yet again. So when we were fully covered on that half, we were like 265. And now just with that 1/4 covered, we're 323. Okay, so now I am bridging over both panels on 1/4 of each of them. And you can see our wattage has dropped down to 262, which isn't a surprise because that was what we got when we blocked the entire half of that one panel. Now we're blocking the equivalent of a half of one panel. It's just bridged between the two. But again, that goes to demonstrate that each of those quarters function as like a separate individual panel. Now, here's an interesting one. I have now flipped the towel so that it's bridging not only 1/4 of the top, but it's also cutting across the middle separation and is into the bottom quarters as well. So in theory, this should affect close to half the panel, but we are bridging that horizontal split. So I think we're going to get less than 200 some odd watts, which let's check and see. Not as much as I thought. Look at that, 209. Before we were like 230, 240. So still impressive performance, even though we're covering the main split there. The 2 halves that are vertical here on each side that is not affected by the shade are still performing extremely well. Artificial shade testing is a really good controlled way to show you just how nice this panel works. But what about, a real shade affecting the entire panel? Let me first show you what this panel does just by itself in full sun. You might be able to see I've disconnected that panel over there. We just have this single panel going over to the power station. So in full sun, just one of those panels right now is producing 225 watts. Okay, and now with the majority of the panel in shade here, a few little specks of sun here and there, as you might expect, not so great. 28 watts. But if we were to pull it out a little more so that more of half the panel is in the sun and only this half with a little corner down there is being affected by the shade, look at that, 103 watts. So once again, I think that just demonstrates how shade tolerant this panel actually is if you can get sun on part of it. Now, let's talk about pricing here for a minute, because this is where it gets really crazy. We've got a pack of 2 of the 275 watt panels for a total of 550 watts of solar, currently selling on Amazon for $495.99. Now, at first, that might seem a little expensive, but wait until you see how cheap this is. If we look at Blue Eddy, for just a 200 watt panel only, $499. How about the Anker Solix bifacial 400 watt panel, $599. How about EcoFlow's 500 watt kit with their cool bifacial panels, $669. So compare that $669 for 50 watts less than this $495. And that's pre discount code or sale or anything like that. So yeah, hands down, I think this is the best pairing for any portable power station with the 60 volt limit. Not only in terms of performance, but also in terms of bang for your buck. Comment, please, you guys, and tell me what you think of these solar panels. If you own a portable power station with a 60 volt limit, are you going to give serious consideration to picking up a couple of these? If not, why? That will be extremely helpful to people that are searching for good solar options for their portable power stations, and I know they would love to hear people's thoughts and considerations in the comments on what everyone else is, doing. So I'll have links to these solar panels down in the description, as well as any coupon codes that I can get for you from Callsun. In addition to that, I will have links to where you can book a one-on-one video consultation with me, submit a guaranteed to be answered question by me, and everyone's favorite feature these days, my custom YouTube channel search engine that will search through all of my previous videos and surface answers to other questions you may have that you simply type into a search bar, and it will provide, time-stamped locations in my videos that would provide information about your query. So take advantage of all of those resources. I want to say a huge thank you to my channel members for your dedicated and continued support, and a huge thanks to just all of you for being my YouTube channel family. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype on your way out. All of you stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time.